Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, to the crew. In the last couple of days, um, first I'm gonna adapt this channel. I do not like this new YouTube thing at all, but yeah, some point I cleared my register and everything, and with CCleaner, and then you always have to do everything back, and now we cannot go back to the old YouTube except for if you click on change the channel or adapt the channel. I preferred this layout. Other than that, I have been posting in the last couple of days these 9 events for the current qualifier. Monster Arena, yeah, was a normal run on 60 FPS. We will talk about all that in a second. Drift Trial, normal run. Slalom, normal run. Speed Skill, normal run. We use the drag card, that is what we do in these things. Escape, yeah, you'd need a team there. At this moment we only had like, I think 3 people in front of me. But there are, sometimes we do it with 2 teams, 5, 6, 7, 8 people out there. The more the merrier, the more slipstream you can get and the higher score you can get. The speed trap, I think that was with Veloster, Yeti and Forever Pink. Also the brand time attack, nothing new there as well. Crew time attack, there is a problem there. I was not aware of it, or I couldn't recall the name. Because what I've done here to get these videos out as much as possible, I basically played with whoever was around. I got invites, I invited people myself. But here's a problem. So I'm quickly gonna get that run going here. We have 4 people here. Road OV, Forever Pink, myself, and Alex Russ. I'm doing a 144 here with eventually with, well, basically with Alex Russ here. The other 2 are getting behind, they can't make the corner here, and you sort of need to come together with the whole team on the road, because otherwise if you miss the slipstream, yeah, you're out of the pack. But this Alex 75 Russ seems to be a problem. In that way that he has already been banned once or twice in the past, and apparently that of course is not very legit. I do not play with people like that in normal circumstances. I couldn't recall the name, but meanwhile a friend of mine contacted me and he said, why the hell is he that guy in your video? He's not a legit. So that needs to be rectified. So that guy, meanwhile that time is improved, by the way, so I'm not saying he's still cheating, but he has been cheating in the past. So that also means out of there. That is that. That had to be rectified. Back to the game. With all the videos that we have done there, first of all, the time attack with Alex Russ there was a 144. Meanwhile, that is improved to a 142. I have driven with Veloster, Jogador, and where's the other one? Triplo, I think it was. Also has a 42. Yep, those we had. We done a 42 yesterday, so the time is already improved. Overall, apparently we switched places today, me and Veloster, my teammate. Yesterday I was 3rd, he was 4th, now we switched up again. Either you improved something, or sometimes the system rectifies the standings depending on how many people play in each event and so on. So it's like, you very often you switch up with the guy above you or below you. That's how it is. So I'm 4th overall now with all the results that you saw. Only the crew time attack we improved. Other than that, all the results from the videos that I posted on the 9 events there, more or less are still the same scores. We are sort of halfway the qualifier now, and this is sort of the point where you, if you want, you can defend your scores, try to improve all over the place. Like for instance the brand time attack, at the time when I did it, it was like good enough for 3rd place. Meanwhile that's like 9th position. Because other people have been improving their runs, or didn't know about 1 or 2 of the resets and they saw the video and now they did, and that's how it goes. So if I just keep it like this, I probably end up, I don't know, 15, 20 something. That's how it goes in this thing. Now let's have a quick look on the event itself. At this moment halfway the qualifier. I'm 8 in the slalom with the run that you could see on the video. Other than that, no, nothing much going on here. It's a slalom. People are using a drag car, and the scores are what they are. Moving on to the speed skill, that's a completely different story. Speed skill is Alt-Enter. You switch from full screen to windowed mode or the other way around, and that's what people are doing. And sometimes some are even pressing it a few times by the looks of it. So you have a combination here of 14,000. As you saw in my video, I scored 14,000. 13, 14, 15, 16,000. Those are, some of them are legit, others are people that are using the Alt-Enter. How can you see how they use Alt-Enter? You load their ghost, and if you follow that ghost, at a certain moment it will stop. At that point you look at your score and you see what score they have, and you already know. If the ghost stops, then you can easily see if they're using Alt-Enter or not. You can see how many points you have on that point. You can do a few runs to make sure that you didn't went next to the road or that lost the multiplier or something. Then it might be a little bit different. But on average, you will have a certain amount of points. And if you press Alt-Enter, you're gonna get more points. So there are people out there who have done legit runs, and there are people out there who have used the Alt-Enter. It's a bug, it's a glitch, whatever you want to call it, and people are using it. That's how it is. And then you have also the guy in first, 30,279 points. If you load his ghost, he's using Alt-Enter, probably a double time, which probably gives him double score, something like that, because 30,000 is pretty extreme high. But there are others there with 17, 18, 19, 20,000, something like that. Some of them Alt-Enter. I think the highest you can do here by actually driving it normally is probably around 16, 17,000, and even then you need a really, really, really good run. Most of the scores will be 14, 15,000. Escape, yeah, that's a pretty simple one. You can score about 8,000, 8,100 if you use something like the Dot Challenger, if you do it in a solo mode. That might sound strange because everybody's using the tour rig, but that is if you drive it in a team. With Slipstream, that thing has a good nitro that catches the slipstream pretty quickly, and it can go over 300 kilometers an hour. If you do it solo, you're never gonna get that. Also in the tour rig, you're never gonna get to 305 miles or kilometers an hour. So solo, it's not the fastest. Solo, you're gonna end up with the Challenger, can score somewhere between 8,000, 8,200. And with Slipstream, you will be able to get around 8,800, 8,900, and then some are even going over 9,000 points. The brand time attack in the run that I showed you, 158, was a pretty clean run. First corner is a reset corner, the last corner is a reset corner. Maybe there are other shortcuts, maybe there are other resets. That's all possible. In a way, there are faster time possible, as you can see. 158, 157, and then you have 48 for Michel and 50 for Huayra. 51, that's also Michel, second driver. The 54, yeah, kind of doubt it. I don't think he drives himself. The drag trial, yeah, the drag trial I mentioned already a couple of times before. People are playing around with 8 times MSA lower and higher settings, or they are locking their video card on 27 FPS to get a little delay time, and then they catch up with the team. You all finish at the same time. The guy on 27 FPS gets 400-500 thousandths of a second faster time. That's how normally things are done. This week though it's a little bit different because by the looks of it, that's why you always have to test that. 60 FPS is the fastest, so like a normal run on 60 FPS seems to be the fastest this week. Probably because it's a 20-second track. On the shorter tracks it's never the fastest. It's usually 30 FPS or 27. 27 will most of the time give you the better results. But not this time apparently. 60 is the fastest. My guess is because it's a long track. Most of the other cases I will have a look on the next qualifier or summit to see what's going on there. 60, 30, 27, what you always have to test all three to see which is the fastest. The drift trial, well, you can for instance go to Huayra's channel. He has posted his run with the circle jerking. He's doing a circle somewhere in the middle of the thing, and then you get more points. I already showed that before as well. The circle thing. I just done a normal run now from start to finish. As you can see in the video, 430,000, that's still my score. I don't bother about drift because it doesn't count for anything in the overall. The only thing you need is a platinum medal. So that's about it. 400, 450, 500,000 something. Those are like normal runs. If you're gonna do with circle jerking and everything, then you're gonna end up with 600, 700,000. Other than that, people are playing around with FPS. People are playing around. Apparently, Alt Enter at the end also gives you 20 or 30,000 points. I never bothered to use it here, so I have no idea how many points you get more, but apparently you do. Also, that is something needs to be taken care of. We have a situation here, Summit 2018, where FPS and bugs and tricks are a bit too much in the. We need to avoid that towards the Crew 2. If they ever come up with a new competition or summit or something like that, we need to avoid this thing, because this is total bullshit. Over the years, it ran into this. It was okay in the beginning, but now lately it's yeah. Speed trap, yeah, that's a bike. The bike can do 460 kilometers an hour. You have 5 cameras, so in theory, if you could get the top speed on all of the cameras, you can get 460. You're not going to be able to do that. It's on the ice track in Salt Lake City. You're not going to get 460 on all of the cameras. You might, if you have like a spot-on run, you might get it on the first 3 cameras. On camera 4 and 5, you're never going to get 460,000. Some people are coming very close though. They have an average of 454 kilometers an hour, 450.9, 400, all kind of scores. But most of the people here are doing somewhere between 420 and 445 or something. That can, with a spot-on run, you can get around 440 for sure. Anything else above there is manual gears, manual clutch to get like faster into the higher gear, and then you might get a little bit higher speed. So you might go towards 450 or over it, but you need to be doing a few runs to get that all getting together. Pretty sure of that. The crew time attack, yeah, it's basically it's a boring track. It has no checkpoints, so you sort of make your own route. Most people turn around on the start and then go 2 times right, and then it's all about ghosting and getting into some sort of cocoon with the players that you have there. And yeah, the faster you do that, the faster you get to top speed, the faster your time will be. And then getting it all together, and then you have to take a corner left to the highway, and also there, the sooner you get back together into your cocoon, yeah, the faster you will get to the highest top speed again, and the faster time you will have. People are doing times from 138, 139, 140, 142, and so on, and it goes up and up and up. If you get it all together with 3-4 people, you will be able to get a 142. Monster Arena, yeah, that is something in a way I kinda like, but it's also become a bugged and glitched event. I've done a run of 85,000 meanwhile. I think in the video I did 80, 81, but yeah, I missed 1,000 and I didn't get certain landing. Get a bit more together. If everything goes right and get perfect landing on the route that I do there, you get somewhere between 85 and 90,000 points. But as you can see, there is like Black Holmes, no idea who he is, shows up out of nowhere, does 146,000. There are other people there. Some of these scores are legit normal runs. Some of these are made with 10 FPS. 8, 9 or 10 FPS, very low FPS. You get extreme lag, of course. You're gonna get a headache of it, but you can get like super scores. And then, well, that means super scores mean that you're gonna get like 20, 25,000 points more than you normally would do. Maybe I should test it one day with the 10. I never bothered because good enough to get in the top 15 as it is in the Monster Arena, so I can get high enough scores. But we will test it. But there are people out there, yeah, I already see one there, 100,000. No way. 84, 85 he could do, and now he scores 85. That's sort of like what I say, 15, 20, 25,000 more. Maybe I have to test it one day to see how many points you get. So also in the Monster Arena, people are using FPS lately. Not all of them, but some are. So need to share that information. There are a few too many events related to the FPS lately that we definitely need to come up with a solution for that towards the Crew 2. If there ever is a competition or something and it's the same engine more or less, it's the same yeah, it's an improved engine, and they I'm aware of that they are some sort of anti-cheat system going now, which of course they also have here, but it's way more improved and advanced, so easy to detect other stuff and newer stuff, and we will see how that works. But if they ever come up with some sort of competition, yeah, and the FPS is still an issue in the drag or things like that, then the drag needs to go, or they need to come up with some other event for it, so that where the connection doesn't matter that much. That's also the reason I posted the 9 events. We have done like the 9 events as we score them, and as you can see, you can get in the top 5, 1400 people ranked. We are 3rd and 4th, me and my teammate. You can get in the top 5 with just like doing the normal events. Although in the drag app we did it on 30 FPS, which is an in-game setting. You can change it to 30 or 60. But 60 seemed to be faster, so we probably can do it even be a bit better time with the 60 FPS. Now, that being said, that sort of concludes this. What was the game? Eye of the Needle. Mainly focused on bikes. Brand time attack, crew time attack, speed trap, all had to be done with bikes only. Which is a good thing. We can actually use those things. Towards the crew 2, might be a suggestion. We have all these bikes to do bike events as well. Like some sort of time attack with bikes, or a circuit race with bikes, something like that. We have bikes, but they are not really used in this game, other than occasionally on a qualifier like here now. That would be it for Eye of the Needle. Let's call it the commentary video or something like that. Posted the 9 events separately this time instead of doing it in 1 or 2, 3 videos. Just did the 9 events, posted them as I did them. Was sort of challenged here and there by people. Well, here's my advice to you guys: do the same. If everybody of these so-called top drivers post their 9 events as they did them with the settings in the description, then people can see how you do it and how things are done, and then can also find solutions for the issues or glitches or bugs that are out there towards the crew 2, so that we can avoid all this kind of crap and just enjoy the game and play the game and drive the game as it's meant to be. That was it for this video. We'll see you guys in the next one, and bye for now.